Happy Friday, everybody, and thanks again for sticking with us here on KXAN News at 4. Okay, we've got two different views, basically, of the same area. So on one side, over my right shoulder here, this is North Austin, sunshine up there. But then if you look in Lockhart there's some rain falling.
Carts Market picking up on a few strong showers and downpours. Much needed rain, may I add.
Oh, beyond. So we want to talk to people about the chances for storms forming out there, particularly along dry lines.
Yeah, dry line has been the big buzzword, especially when you forecast severe weather here in Texas. We have a dry line in western Texas that's been kicking up some strong showers, storms, and supercells way out toward Midland and Lubbock. What is the dry line? Well, unlike a cold front or a warm front, the dry line separates humid versus dry air, moisture. It's common in western Texas. That's where it is right now. It can spark up some of those storms that I mentioned that could bring some rotation, large hail, tornadoes, and heavy rain. These are very common in the springtime and early summer. Once you get beyond June into July and August, when you just have a high pressure that sticks around, it eradicates any sort of dry line. And it moves eastward during the daytime and then westward at night. So we'll get into the big setup right now. This is overlooking Texas. This is just an example. You have down in the Gulf a lot of moist air that's coming in from the south, a southerly flow through eastern Texas. We're dealing with this for the past few days. You recall the winds out of the southeast that we've been continuing to have with the overcast skies, a lot of that humidity out in the air. That's air you can wear. That is from the Gulf. We have the dry, warm air that's behind an example of a dry line, which is this yellow line that I traced through the Lone Star State. And then that's attached to a cold front or a stationary front. And behind the cold front is drier and cooler air. Look at the real-time conditions here. I just want to show you where the dry line is currently sitting out toward western Texas, El Paso, Albuquerque, El Paso, single digits and low teens for dew point, and then east of the dry line where all the humidity is, it's 60s and 70s across the board. So online at KXAN.com, I wrote up a quick little blog recapping what I just told you, how the dry line fuels Texas severe weather. Again, that's KXAN.com. All right, current conditions right now. So as I pointed out, we have some storms that are just to the east of the dry line. There are tornado warnings way up toward the Panhandle and farther in southwest Texas, severe thunderstorms. And then in central Texas, a lot of that moisture and excessive flow coming in from the south is kicking up a few downpours. Non-severe and no lightning to be detected, but that's around the Austin metro. Dripping Springs, 290 to Blanco County, across Bastrop, Lee, and just north of I-10 in Fayette County, moving into LaGrange there. So be on the lookout for a little bit of rain from here and there. Here's Lockhart, courtesy of Kreitz. 86 degrees right now in Austin, winds out of the southeast, and humidity at 55%. So a little bit toasty out and about. Where we're having the clouds and rain, it's a little bit cooler, so 82 in Bastrop, 86 in Austin, 85 in Georgetown, 85 in Cameron, 82 in Lampasas, 86 in Llano, 80 down in Gillespie County. Expected to slowly cool down through the rest of the evening into the overnight. Kicking off your day tomorrow in the upper 60s, by 10 a.m. the upper 70s, and then upper 80s, low 90s by the afternoon hours. So definitely going to be on the warmer than normal side. We're typically around 82 degrees for a high temperature this time of year. All right, here's your day planner at 7 a.m. upper 60s, lunchtime 80s, 4 p.m. upper 80s, and we'll start off with some fog and partly cloudy skies. Slowly seeing a decrease in clouds toward the afternoon hours. Here's the high temperatures for the hill country. You'll see for your Saturday, 80s. The exception is very western Gillespie County in the upper 70s out in Taylor. The I-35 corridor, Metro, 85 in Georgetown, 86 at the airport, 83 in Driftwood, 84 in Buda, 86 in San Marcos. And our eastern counties could see even some low 90s out toward Fayette County, but for the most part, just upper 80s there. Now, Sunday is going to be much warmer than Saturday. It's going to be drier, and we're going to have more sunshine. So I'm going with 90 in downtown Austin. Could see a rare shower also tomorrow from time to time, but it's not going to be a washout by any sort of means. Clouds and radar walking you through the evening hours. By 6 p.m., still see some light rain from time to time. And then overnight tonight, we dry out, but then the moisture, clouds, and fog build back in. So this is 6 a.m. kicking off your Saturday. Notice bits and pieces of very light rain, kind of like this afternoon and this evening. Then we'll see a little bit more clearing toward the late afternoon and evening for your Saturday. Saturday night, we should be clearing out for the most part, but then Sunday again, we start off with some clouds, maybe a little bit of patchy fog. More clearing though. Here's Sunday at noon. Notice the mostly sunny skies that will continue. Rain chances for Sunday and Monday down to 0. 30% on Tuesday and Wednesday. Our next front moves through, and I think Wednesday we have to be watching pretty closely for the potential of severe weather. Rainfall through the next 7 days, I think 1 to 2 inches just north of Austin to Round Rock and Georgetown. This includes Lampasas, Burnett, Llano, San Saba, and Milam County. Anything south of Austin, probably a 1/4 inch to 1 inch. As far as temperatures go, we should be in the low 80s. We're going to be mid to upper 80s and low 90s for the time being. Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, I have us in the 90s here in Central Texas. Here's the KXAN First Warning Weather Forecast. Stay weather aware. Download our First Warning Weather app for the latest.